If I had zero money and wanted to start creating coloring books for KDP today, I wouldn't pay for Midjourney, Canva Pro, or expensive coloring book software. Instead, I started one of these free tools that I'll be showing you today. And instead of just showing you what they can do, I'm going to use the same basic coloring book idea so you can actually see which one gives you the best images, which one is the easiest for beginners, and which one I'd personally use if I was starting from scratch. By the end of this video, we're going to have actual pages that we could use to start putting together a coloring book without spending a single dime. And when I say free, I mean you can actually get started without paying anything up front. And I'll also point out any limits I run into along the way. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, the first one is called Craiyon. This is a free AI image generator, and it's pretty easy to sign up. Right here on the bottom left, you can hit the sign up button right there, and you can easily continue here with Google, or you can just manually enter your email address and create a password and then just sign up that way. Now, they do have a couple options here, from image to logo to anime, tattoo, home design, poster, as well as a background remover. And then this studio feature right here where you can actually drag and drop and actually edit some images. But let's go ahead and look at the images here. And we're going to use the same prompt for each of the tools that I show you today. And that is going to be this one right here, a bold and easy capybara coloring page, thick black outlines, simple background, large open spaces. They have a couple options here. So you can add a reference image if you wanted to. There is also an option to make your image private. However, you do need to upgrade to Pro to do that. And then there are some art styles here, from auto, artistic, photo, illustration, anime, vector, and raw. I'm going to stick with auto. And then you can also do a negative prompt. So let's go ahead and see what it creates. And as it's creating that, it's actually showing up down here other people's image generations when it comes to capybara coloring pages. So we can actually see how well it's actually producing these images. And I would say there are some that are pretty nice, like this one right here. And there are some that leave something to desire. Now, this is what it produced right here. Now, one of the things that I noticed, it actually adds a watermark here on the bottom right. And I don't think we can actually remove this without paying for the Pro version. So that is one thing to consider. But there are some other options here. We can retouch. You can even animate this if you're doing something else other than KDP. You can also upscale it right here. However, upscaling would require you to upgrade. And there are two options here. So there is the supporter version, $12 a month, and the professional version, which is $24 per month. And when we actually look at all the plans, there's also an ultra version right here at $70 per month. So we can see exactly what's included in there. There are no watermarks at the supporter level right here. However, no private images, there is no priority queue, and there's no early access to new features. So really, if you were going to take full advantage of this tool, it would be at the professional level. However, it is nice that they do offer a free version. And looking at the quality, I would not say it's the best quality that I've seen. I think the actual capybara looks pretty good. I like the lines. However, when it comes to this area right here, the pond or leaves right here, it kind of gets a little bit messed up. But once again, when you're dealing with free tools, there's going to be some compromises here. Now, if we go ahead and search for images right here, let's just type in coloring pages. We can see what people have generated. We can see that it can do pretty well. Look at this one right here. And then another one right here actually looks pretty decent. And so this is also a great way to see what this tool is capable of. Here's one that's actually pretty decent. There are some errors right here I can already see, but I actually kind of do like this one right here. We can see that it actually does pretty well. I think it's actually pretty competent if you know how to write your prompts. So some things to note. So with the free user, you only have access to base quality images. You're going to have to upscale your images on another program. There are going to be watermarks and you're going to experience wait times. And one more thing to note on top of the watermark on the images is I noticed right here, if you are a subscriber, you don't have to include accreditations inside of your KDP book, which means as a free user, you will have to put accreditations. So that is something to keep in mind. So for a beginner, I'd say this is great for generating very basic, clean shapes and uncomplicated line art. But the biggest downside is the requirement to print their website credit inside your book, which can look unprofessional to your Amazon KDP buyers. Now, the next tool is called Playground AI. Very similar to the previous one, very easy to sign up. Go down here, you can either log in if you already have an account, or right here, bottom left, sign up button. When you click that, you can choose to continue with Google, with Apple, or manually continue with your email. Now, once you're logged in, I will say I like this interface a little bit better. I think it's visually more pleasing. On the left-hand side, you have your create button right here. You have your templates. You click on the templates and it brings you up to this page right here. You have your designs shared with me and then your favorites. Very simple. And actually here are the templates. It just took a little bit of time to load. And so this is actually really great if you're doing print on demand. I could see this tool coming in pretty handy. Now let's go ahead and go back to the main site here. Now there is this function right here, coloring book pages. So let's go ahead and click into here and we can see what's trending right now. So I think just right off the bat that the quality of the generations with this tool is a lot better. When I look at the lines, for example, this one right here, the lines are a lot more cleaner. They're more consistent, they're thicker, just overall looks a lot better. And when you click on an image, you can see on the left-hand side, similar templates. So it shows you a lot of the other creators, what they're generating, kind of like this one right here, Frankenstein. And overall, I really think that it creates pretty good images. Now, looking at everything else that they offer on top of coloring book pages, logos, t-shirts, social media posts, art, poster, mobile wallpaper, from stickers to even memes. And you can even create album covers here, phone case covers, just a lot of different options here. Going back to the coloring book pages, we can go through these here, mandala art, but it really just shows kind of what we're seeing already. This isn't mandala art. So let's go ahead and use our prompt. Let's paste it in here. Bold and easy capybara coloring page, thick black outline, simple background, large open spaces. Now with this, there's actually less options that I can see, but we are in coloring book pages and then the dimensions right here. You have your square size, you have your standard ratio here. So this is the one we're going to choose. And then let's go ahead and see what it produces. And right away, I think the quality is a lot better. The lines here are actually really consistent from element to element. Now there are some things here that I would change. I mean, I don't really like how this is laid out, but I can see as I hover over these elements that I can actually move them around. So this is actually a feature here that is pretty awesome, to be honest. And then I can add finishing touches. It says here I have 3 edits left. Now I undid all of that because I wanted to see this bottom row right here. And so we have this where we can change the style, we can resize, change color palette, put in a mockup, change face style, erase object, remove background, extract text, create image, import image, add text, add rectangle, and add line. Now changing the style, here are some of the templates here. So if I do coloring and let's look for a style here. Let's go with this style right here. Let's go ahead and click that. And it didn't really do anything there. So there are some models here. So Seed Dream, Nano Banana, you can see what's left here with the free version, GPT Image 2, 3 left. If you want to use Nano Banana Pro, you're going to have to subscribe to the Pro Plus. And actually it took a while to load. Now this is not really for a coloring page, but I guess if you're going to create a cover, you could actually do that with this tool as well. Just keep in mind the restrictions, very, very restrictive here. It says 2 left here, Playground 5 left, Nano Banana 2 left, ChatGPT Image 2, there are 2 left. This is the limit that is imposed with this free version. Now looking at the Pro version here, it's going to give faster image generation, up to 75 image per every 3 hours. So I'm assuming that the limit that we have for the free version is for every 3 hours. So that's not actually a lot of image generations. Model access, 150 monthly credits across these models right here. Premium templates, enhanced image editing, up to 2K AI image editing, commercial use. And then the Pro Plus just expands on that, no generation caps. But as you can see, it gets pretty expensive. So for a beginner, I say this is great for more advanced features, but the biggest downside is the strict limit on image edits within a 3-hour window, making it tedious to assemble a full low content book in one sitting. Now the last tool is called Gentube, and right here I can already read free, fast, and unlimited. So right off the bat, this is showing a lot of promise, but we're gonna have to actually see what it produces. So if we actually take a scroll through this website, here are some of the images here that were generated by Gentube. And as you can see right here, what you get: free, just press, fast, unlimited, no limits, and then remixing others, make them your own. And then everything you made here is saved. So I'm assuming that everything that is saved is able to be remixed by other people as well. So here are some things that people ask. Is it really free? Yes. Limits? No. How fast is it? About 2 seconds. No need for art skills. Prompts can be long or short. You don't have to type, so you can just tap and swipe. So let's go ahead, go all the way up here. Here is the sign up button right here. It takes you to this menu right here, and it's asking you, what are you here to make? So let's go ahead and do an object or design. Quick to make. Sure yet? None of these. Let's go ahead and just skip this. And then here's the sign up form right here. Now you can go ahead and continue with Google. That's what I did. You can continue with Apple, or you can sign up with your email manually. Also Facebook and Discord. Now when you log in, this is what the interface looks like. So this is showing the trending images. And right here is the prompt box right here. And then on the left-hand side, we have notifications, create, characters, trending, blocks, creators, search, challenges. You click on characters, you can go ahead and create a character of your choice there. So I'm seeing a lot more variety here, but let's go ahead and go to create. Let's type in our prompt up here. And right away, before I could even do anything, it already started creating the image. And since this is an unlimited image generator, we can actually go ahead and start playing around with this. So right here is a image to prompt. Right here are the options here, create as you type. So we can actually turn that off. And then the image dimensions, we can change it to square, landscape, portrait, widescreen, or tall. We can turn this into a block, which I don't really know what this is. And then we can also turn it into a character right here, where there you go, it created a character. Now I don't really like how this turned out, so let's go ahead and look through the menu here. So we can go ahead and regenerate this. So it's going to create a new one, mixing the colors. So here's one right here. Now I would say the quality is not that great, but because it is truly unlimited, we can go ahead and just click multiple times. This one got better, but there are still issues here. You can see the color right there on the tongue, and even on the feet here, or the paws, it's kind of messed up. So let's go ahead and go down here where we can change some styling. So the style here is called Orthodox Icon Painting, but we're really looking for a coloring book. So let's go ahead and X out here. Now let's go ahead and search the blocks here. Now I did find these blocks. Now these are more like filters that we can use. So I have black and white and coloring book, black and white only. So let's go ahead and use these two, and let's use our prompt here, and you can see what it produced there. Not really good, not really good. I really don't like the images that are coming out, but because it's free and it's unlimited, I can just do this over and over and over again. But I'm noticing when it comes to prompts, if you have a simple prompt, it seems to not really be working. And I'm wondering if we actually make a more complicated prompt, if it would actually produce a better image, because I have played around with this tool in the past and it actually can do fairly well. Let me show you what I've done before. Now in the past, I have created these types of images here. You can see that it can create really good images like this one right here. But if we actually look at the prompt, you can see the prompt is a little bit longer, a little bit more detailed, but it can definitely create some good images. But as you can see, I had to do it over and over again because it just doesn't turn out the way that I want it. And so keeping everything cohesive and maintaining the same type of style is actually really hard. I was able to create these types of images right here, which look really good. And it was able to actually keep the same type of style. But for the vast majority of images, it's very hard to actually keep the same style and make every page look the same. But because it is free, you can really have a lot of fun with this tool. And it's really a great way to work on prompts without having to pay a single dime out of your pocket. You can just work on your craft here, create better prompts, and see what you can do with this tool. Now, looking specifically at the ownership rights, do I own what I create on Gentube? Yes, full commercial rights. Sell prints, merch, thumbnails, books, games, comics, all yours. Do I need to credit Gentube? Never required. Can I generate copyrighted characters? So Gentube does in fact generate copyrighted characters, but obviously do not use them in your books. And then is there a watermark? Yes, a small Gentube watermark appears on downloads, but it doesn't affect your rights. So that's really the only thing with this, is a very small watermark, which I actually didn't even see in the images myself. So for a beginner, I'd say this is great for rapidly churning out an unlimited volume of coloring pages in seconds without ever hitting a paywall. But the biggest downside is that your designs are public for anyone to remix, and keeping the line thickness completely consistent from page to page can be tricky. Once you have the illustrations, you still need to turn those pages into an actual book, create the cover, and upload everything correctly to KDP. And for that, you can download my KDP royalty roadmap, which is also completely free. I'll leave that linked in the description below. But the hardest part for a lot of beginners is figuring out how to create the artwork without spending money, and these tools remove a lot of that barrier. If you found this video helpful and you want to learn more, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.